Hi there, just a new YouTube video based on a piece of content I wrote for my website blog post. Just really talking about two things: that you should always post strategic content and how, with the services I provide, we do that for you. So, the most important thing is that your content tells your story, informs and entertains your viewers, and sells your products and services. So, what is strategic content? Probably the four basics of any sales and marketing is to let your customers know you exist, let your customers know that you can solve their problems. People are not interested in what you do, but they're interested in what you can do for them. Third, they have to like you. And fourth, they have to trust you, which is sometimes two different things. So if you can write a piece of content, and content for the purposes of this article is anything in text, audio, such as a podcast or something that someone can listen to, an image, a moving image, animated, like a GIF image, however you pronounce it, and or a video. So that's pretty much what a piece of content is. And that can be used on platforms, blog posts, YouTube channels. Content is any piece of marketing material that helps move the needle and turns viewers into customers. So if you can accomplish those four things, let the customers know you exist, let customers know you can solve their problem, that they like you and trust you. If you can make a piece of content that accomplishes one, two, or all four things, then you will be well on your way. At my workflow solutions, I believe that you should always be ABM, kind of like ABC, always be closing. In this case, always be marketing. So here's how we provide strategic content. We start with a purpose in mind. We try and insert keywords into the content. So if you're a restaurant, a local diner in your area, for example, you want to include somewhere in the content the keywords that represent your store: food, local diner. That can be in the title, can be in the caption, can be in the tags, can be in the hashtags. But just make sure that the keywords are targeted, because listings on Google, once you're consistent and you over and over again include the keywords for the target audience that will be searching for you, it legitimizes and sends a signal to Google that this is the piece of content that people are looking for when they search your particular business. Make sure that high quality and authentic image, wherever possible, are used. Images. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, then a video is worth 1,000 pictures. Many statistics now say that in 2020, 2021, that more and more, almost 80 to 90 to probably 100% of content that's digested on the internet will be video. Just look at the rise of TikTok and usage in the last few months. Strategically, we want to make sure that your content images and video are watermarked with your logo for brand recognition. The copy and the caption that we add to content is there to encourage views, likes, shares, and comments. Call to actions, humor, questions at the end to elicit some kind of interaction and engagement from the people that are viewing. Many times we put the captions inside the image because, let's face it, many people's eyes, with the amount of content that we're consuming nowadays, they may not make it to the actual text. So when we provide a piece of content for a customer or client, they can then take that copy that's in the image and just directly paste it into their caption or text, whether it be on their Facebook business page, Google My Business listing post, and or Instagram. So I wanted to show you a real world example. This is actually taken from a local diner in my area. It's actually a fairly strong piece of content. Just make it little smaller here, you can see that they actually put an interesting, this happened around election 2020. They were encouraging people with their shepherd's pie and banana pudding to sit on the couch tonight to watch the election. So a fairly clever, interesting caption. As you can tell, the pictures are not necessarily high quality. They're not showing their brand as well. But interestingly, this piece of content got a fair amount of likes, comments, and most importantly, shares, because shares expand the universe and the eyeballs that are looking at your content outside of your fans who are going to like pretty much what you do anyway. So here's how I optimize the content, just quickly, just to show you a contrast between what they're currently posting and probably happy and satisfied, but not knowing that they can do and can be done a lot better. So I'm using the same font from their website for consistency and branding. I use the color pairing from their website to reinforce the branding. The logo is watermarked on the content. So if the content is shared and no one adds any particular text to it, then the new viewer will see that it's from the original source and where the customer name is. As I mentioned before, caption is added to the image and can be copied directly into the post. I use the hashtag. Twitter is very hashtag friendly and heavy. Facebook, maybe not so much. But I used it with a local emphasis. I don't know if it's a real hashtag. I just wanted to show you as an example how hashtags can be added. I didn't put in necessarily a call to action, but after I'd made the content, the purpose of this content was not clear in the original, but perhaps they can alert people that they can take these dishes home, that they have takeout is available. And also I rewrote the caption using a little bit more humor compared to the original. This is an upgrade compared to the original. So you can see the logo, the hashtag, the slightly updated and upgraded content. In this case, it's not an evergreen piece of content because it's specifically mentioning an election. But you can see I used the background color. I made the images a little bit more curved. Again, I'm using their actual authentic images. If I were to really create a piece of content for this particular company, I would make sure that the pictures are a little bit more appealing, a little bit higher quality. So if you're interested in having someone create content for you that's strategic content as opposed to just posting up a picture, then you can click the button here. I'm going to put the link in my website. It really, if anything, I just would like people to remember that it is really empowering to delegate jobs. I find that a lot of small business owners post the same content over and over again. They run out of ideas. They don't know how to caption something to engage, to get engagement from their viewers other than just perhaps likes. They don't brand it. They don't necessarily make it evergreen. And what I do is I give people a bank of content that whenever it's evergreen, they can use over. So in the course of the year, they may get 100 pieces of content that they can reuse the next year, reuse on a recurring basis. Obviously, you don't want to post the same thing over and over again every day, but something that can be used at intervals which make sense. So again, they can increase their content, their posting frequency with new and fresh and interesting content. So if I can encourage people to delegate, it's very empowering. You can send me your ideas, any authentic images, and hit submit. That will send to me the type of content, and I can make content based on that and send it back to you in a relatively short amount of time that can be ready for posting. And that's the part that I find that most small business owners fail on. They just get overwhelmed, even if they really like to create and design images and text and get a lot of satisfaction. And let's face it, it is fun to create. They just get overwhelmed. I know for me, it's easier for me to make content for other people because when I'm making it for myself, I'm trying to make it perfect and sometimes perfect is the enemy of getting things done. So when you delegate, you can get upgraded and optimized content compared to just simple posts. So again, if you like to delegate, if you want to get some free content sent to you you can use, please click this button here. And in the comments below, let me know if you enjoyed this video. Thank you.